There's no need for a person to call themselves a bishop and an apostle and can't help people build their organization. Bishops and apostles have to be more than great preachers. They have to be builders. Apostolic ministry is about building. You know, that's why I was kind of frustrated last night, because I was telling somebody else, the burden of what I have to do based on assignment does not give me the liberty to do what other people do. You know, I like to squall and give you a motivational speech and, you know, get everybody shouting. You know, preachers, we like to do that. That's a part of what we do. We get excited. We want the people to get excited. But when you got an assignment that puts you in a position where you got to try to build something and try to get people moving and understanding some things that will help them see the need to build ministry and how to build that ministry, that does not release you with the freedom to you can't be evangelistic. You got to be, So we got a lot of great preachers, but we don't have a lot of great builders. Paul was an apostle because he was a kingdom builder. He went into a place where there was nothing, put a church together. And before he left, it had elders, it had older, it had the senior pastor, it had a congregation, it had a choir, and then he would move on. And then after he built those places, he would go back and check on them like a doctor, would go back and look on them and check on them and continue to build them and continue to encourage them and continue to get them doing what it is they need to do. But that's the job of a bishop. That's the job of an apostolic work, to build ministries, to build leaders, and to train pastors. And on that level, many times the frustration of the apostle or the apostolic ministry is that the pastors are just like their members. You get mad when your members don't do what you want them to do. You can't get them to cooperate. You can't get them to show up to Sunday school. You can't get them to show up to Bible study. You can't get them to show up to trainings. That everybody got something to do. Everybody tired. Everybody got this going on and that going on. Everybody's important, so ain't nobody getting nothing done. Now, it would almost make you think that the pastor would say, well, you know what? I don't want to be like my people. I want to put myself in a position where I don't make the same mistake. I want to put myself in the same position where I don't want to put myself in the same position. I want to put myself in a position where I can get all I can, learn all I can, do what I got to do. Because that's the only way you're going to go to the next level. See, insanity is keep on living the same lifestyle, doing the same old thing, same old habits, the same old mess you've been doing to get what you got and think something is going to change. If you're going to see changes in your organization, in your ministry, in your life, you got to make radical commitments to painful change. Change is painful. Say that with me. Change is painful. Change will make you cry. Change will make you pull your hair out your head. Change will make you think about quitting 100 times before you get through it. That's how painful it is to change, because now in order to change your organization, you got some parts of your organization that have become almost like cement. And the only way you can change it is bust it up. And in order to bust it up, you're going to hurt the people and and a lot of people are going to be aggravated and mad with you because they don't want it. It's painful for you to break that bone and reset it. It's painful. And we don't want the pain. But I said before, the principle is you can only grow to the level of your ability to endure pain. If I have a leg that's shorter than one leg, and I want to go to the doctor and I say, I need my leg to grow. He said, well, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to break that leg, pull it up, stretch it, put bolts in it, do whatever we need to do to get that bone to extend itself, heal up, and get you in a position where you can walk like you're supposed to. That's a painful process. That's a painful process. And in most cases, if you can't tolerate that level of pain and you're not committed to that leg growing, you're going to say, let me give me a big boot. You know, how people with legs that were shorter than others, they got big boots. You see people walking, they had the boot was like a platform, like a platform, and they would drag that boot around to help their body stay level. And a lot of our churches got big boots on them. It just looked like we walking, but the boot we got on is helping us to maintain, but that ain't, we can't run at our best with a big boot. How many of y'all gonna run fast with a big boot? So the only other alternative is to what? Go through the process of breaking that mess up, extending it, putting it where it need to be, and letting it grow healthy, aligning it, and making it do what it need to do. But at the end of the day, you can't hoop that. That ain't going to happen by hooping. That ain't going to get that. Hooping will make them dance with the boot on. Hooping will make them shout with the boot on. Hooping will make them get up and run around the church with the boot on. But if you're going to fix it, you got to set them down and break that leg. And ain't nobody shouting when legs getting broken. Ain't nobody shouting when you got to rearrange it. But at the end of the day, if you're going to move to the next level, if you're going to run with champions, if you're going to be at your full capacity to do ministry, you can't avoid it. And then at some point, you reach the point of frustration where you say, you know what? I'd rather take the pain of change than live in this condition. I can't take this pain no more. I hate the dentist. I hate the dentist. I hate the dentist. I try to be my own dentist. Yeah. I floss. I got a water pick. I got several ways to, I got 5 different ways to clean my teeth and take care of my teeth so I won't have to go as little as possible. But every now and then, the pain or something go wrong, and you say to yourself, the pain of that dentist does not compare to the pain of what this tooth. You have to be so sick of the pain of not doing ministry until the pain of fixing it is nothing compared to the pain you experiencing dealing with the frustration of what seems to be failure or not accomplishing what you know God has called you to do. At some point, the threshold for pain, accepting your circumstance and accepting where you are, has to become so intolerant of where my condition of my church is, the condition of my department, the condition of my ministry, until I'm willing to do whatever it takes to fix it, because I just can't take it no more. So I have no other choice but to go sit in that dentist's office. And you know that drill don't feel so bad when you've been in that kind of pain. That root canal feel good compared to what got you in that seat. And so what we have to understand is there has to be a mentality, like I was saying last night, a zeal in us that says I am committed to change, and the fire in me, it drives me. The zeal is eating me up to do better, to be better. I have a passion about what it is that I'm going to do. But why? Because if in your organization, you got